As of right now, it is 18 days, 9 hours, 55 minutes, and 13 seconds until spring begins. And you know what? I am not ready. I am nowhere near ready. There's still so much to do. And right now, one of the biggest things we need to do is just kind of clean up and tidy it up around here and start getting things prepped, because as one commenter said, we have one of the messiest homesteads on YouTube. So I don't fully believe that, but it is not as tidy as I would like for it to be. And one of the things that I have learned over the past couple years of being here as a homesteader is when you have all these different projects going on as you're building your homestead, that on top of, since we've been here, I've had to do a number of jobs on and off the homestead. So I've had to go on, off, and there's never really a sense of continuity or a sense of being able to finish things just because you're spread so thin. But thankfully this year we're in a much better place financially, so I should be able to spend a lot more time here getting things in order in the way that I want for them to be, and be able to wrap up a number of the projects that we have. But right now we really need to work on getting Lacie's garden, start pulling out the old weeds and start getting it prepped. I also have some raised beds just on the other side of the greenhouse that I really need to finish, but that's not going to happen today. But beside those beds, and where those beds will finish being, is an old chicken tractor that we need to, the kids will probably disassemble here in a few minutes, and we'll just go ahead and scrap that wood. And just on the other side of our pump house, our well house, is a whole big pile of just junk that maybe we're gonna cook some hot dogs or something like that, or some marshmallows, and get a fire going later on today. And so we had a lot of wind during the fall and winter, and it's just been blowing a number of our tarps and our plastic around, so we're gonna need to fold those up and get that cleaned up. So there's just so much to do. But I think we're just going to start with getting some momentum going, just picking up here and there, and then just keep moving. So guys, you shooting some basketball over here?
Yeah.
With a soccer ball?
Mm-hmm.
We do have a basketball, you know that?
Yeah.
Well, could you two do me a favor and use the drill here?
Yeah.
And disassemble the whole chicken tractor? There we go. Thank you, sir. Selah, could you give him a hand?
Yes, sir.
All right. So right here, just start taking out the screws. And Selah, you have a bucket, just put the screws in the bucket, okay?
Okay.
So just work together and figure it out, and let me know if you need any help. I am pretty excited because we have tulips that are coming up. Tulips that we planted early in the fall, right here, coming up. First tulips that I have ever planted. It's pretty exciting to see, so hopefully they do really well. May have to add a little bit of fertilizer, but other than that, they look great. Hey, Micah.
Hey.
Will you give me a hand?
Uh-huh.
All right, come on over here. We're gonna use a gorilla cart, and we're just gonna start picking up stuff, okay? There's a number of items just all around it because it was cold outside, and you just kind of lazily, I don't think that's a word. You just kind of, being lazy, you just kind of set them wherever. We're gonna go around with the gorilla cart, just get some momentum going with picking different items up. You gonna help me out? Whoa! Come on. Time to put these in the gorilla cart. Yep, put that in there. You got dinosaurs in there?
Uh-huh.
Well, let's get those dinosaurs. Whose dinosaurs are those?
Mine.
They are? What kind are they? What are their names?
Dilobot and the walnut.
Whoa. So you got a Triceratops there and a Brachiosaurus? Huh?
Yeah, Daddy.
Okay. Well, let's put those in there too so we can put them in their home.
Uh-huh.
Alrighty.
That not all. That one not warm.
No, but we'll take them to their home.
That one warm.
That's where their home is?
Mm-hmm.
And what is this? a recorder in the garden. With kids, you never know what you're gonna find in different places.
Oh no, a block.
Yeah, a block too?
Ah!
Alright, do what you need to do.
Madeline piece of wood.
What's his name?
Joey.
Joey. You like Joey?
Mm-hmm. And like that.
Yeah, he likes getting petted.
And liking 50.
He likes when you pet him, doesn't he?
And like doing that.
It almost looks like you're tickling him.
And like this thing. Not tickling bottom.
No, don't tickle his bottom.
Hey.
So right here, where Joey is on this block here, that is a retaining wall raised bed. Last year, Lacie used this as her apothecary garden, and we're gonna need to help her get it situated. So after we do a general cleanup, hopefully she'll be ready to come out here and then let us know how she wants us to do it. Does she want me to take the Kelvin cultivator? Because I'm always willing to use that tool. Well, we'll just have to see. And then right outside our fence here, as you're heading towards the main market garden, on the other side of where Lacie had her apothecary garden, I had this garden bed here where we did the murasaki peppers, and they ran wild last year, and they did fantastic. So I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do here yet, but as we prep her bed, we'll bounce over from hers and then come over here and then work on this one. And then also I want to do like a nursery station where after the plants have gotten started, they do their harden off. So probably call it a harden off area. We'll have like some tables here where we can harden off our plants to prep them to be transplanted. So that's the goal, man. But there's so many projects in here and that needs to be done out here. We'll see what all we got to accomplish this year. We'll just do the best we can. Drip tape that we use only really worked one season. It's really not a great quality drip tape, so just gonna trash it. Start over. Tough, isn't it? Come here. Right here on top to hold it down. You hold it down. Hold on there. We're just gonna take this to the dumpster. You ready? Yep. You ready to go in the dumpster?
No. I need it down. Garbage.
It's garbage?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you threw it in there. That's a good job. You want me to put you in the garbage next?
No.
How's it coming, guys?
Good.
You almost got it apart.
Yep.
All right, so as you guys are getting this wood separated, if you go ahead and get the other gorilla cart, and we're just gonna cart this wood up to the pile that we're gonna use to burn, and cook maybe some hot dogs or some marshmallows on later.
Marshmallows would be so fun. Ooh. That's a boat. Here?
It's gonna hit you. They're gonna hit you. So if you keep the wood towards the front like you had it, you're not gonna be able to move once you load it in, because you won't be able to load much on it. So you just put it back here, slide it in like that, and then if it's long enough, If it's too long, then you could just put some weight down here to hold it over. But you should be able to pull it much easier like that, right? Mm-hmm. Don't sit on it, then you'll flip over and catapult. Over the past 5.5, almost 6 years now that I've been doing this homesteading stuff, I have gone through a number of chicken tractors and have learned a lot of lessons. So this one is one that I'm definitely glad to retire. Not the worst one I've ever done, but it's definitely not one worth keeping around.
Daddy, can you help me get a screw out?
Yeah, I'll help you out. Some of these nails, or screws, are rusted and just old and in there for a while. They're a little harder to get out, so I'll do that for you. You gotta get it. I'm not gonna get that one myself. Zip it. Come on. So, some are a little rusted, some are a little bent, but look at that. I do want to mention that when you're getting started, especially with homesteading, don't try to make everything perfect or hinder you from doing something because you don't feel like you can do it perfect. You just have to grow as you go. And that's what I'm trying to do with these different chicken tractors here. Most of this wood is just junk wood, but a couple pieces there look all right. And most of the metal is still reusable on it. So we'll set it aside and try to use it again on a better tractor.
Right here.
All right. So did we leave a few pieces behind?
Dropped a couple.
Thank you for bringing them.
You're welcome.
Glad you could join us.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a fire and cook some marshmallows and maybe some hot dogs later. So we're gonna burn this just to burn it, and then we have some brush here that we'll burn to cook the marshmallows on. They was super excited about that.
Oh, I'm sure. They don't get marshmallows that often.
So what I'm thinking next is we'll go ahead and get started on your apothecary garden, if that's what it's gonna be this year. I don't know. It's gonna be an herb garden, apothecary garden, not sure.
I think it's gonna be a mixture, kind of like what it was last year.
All right.
But
So how do you want to do it? Do you want to use the Kelvin cultivator, just go in there and go to town and burn the stuff up, or do you want to just kind of pull things out as we go?
I think we need to pull some of the old dried stuff out. And, you know, maybe take a torch in there to it, but there's some stuff that has overwintered really
torch.
well.
Torch, torch.
I'm telling you. I love the torch too. It's great for killing squash bugs, just to let you know, and grasshoppers.
Yeah. Torch, torch. I'm just kidding. We'll go over there and we'll use Therapo and start going to town.
Okay.
Hey team, let's rally up, work together. All right, so we got the stirrup hose. Let me grab a broad fork too.
We can't, we're gonna have to pull some of this out first, cause see how like these are, they're so dry and brittle. And look what I found. It is a praying mantis egg sac. So we wanna keep this in my garden for this coming year.
And for those of you who don't know, praying mantis are good at keeping the unwanted insects out of your garden. So they'll do a good job with that.
Yes, they do. That's why we want to keep it.
So I'm gonna go get the broad fork and leaf rake. Anything else you want me to get? Since this is your garden, I'm gonna let you call the shots. You just tell me what to do.
I don't know. I think that's fine right now. I don't want to do the flame weeder because if we just flame weed all this, everything's gonna burn up. And there are things that have overwintered that I do want to save and continue to let grow.
Bummer. I want to use the flame weeder. Guess I'll just have to wait till we finish with yours, and then I get to use it over there where I grew the Murasaki peppers. Ooh boy. Lettuce is looking mostly good in here. Some of them need to be watered, and it is pretty warm in here. So I need to get the sides rolled up. Has been pretty cold the past couple days, but so we're definitely warming up now as we're getting closer to spring. And in here is where I had my broad fork last. So let's go ahead and let's use it. What is this?
Don't pull that out. That's tansy. It has overwintered really well, and actually I had blooms all the way into November and all. It has a yellow bloom. It's really good for medicinal properties. I actually cut some and gave it to somebody to make a tea to put on shingles that they had. So we're gonna let this just stay. I'm gonna cut it back some, but we're gonna keep it.
So is this it coming back right here?
Yes, see
Okay.
how it's attached?
Well, there we
We'll
go.
just take the dead pieces off.
I almost made a big mistake in pulling this out. You also have something growing back here that hasn't died at all during the winter, and it's just been continuing to thrive.
No, this is horehound. So if you've ever seen cough drops with horehound in it, it's really good for coughs. These were frozen solid, the leaves were, and they did not die. So this is super cold hardy, and I think I'm gonna cut it way back too and just let it keep going.
And Selah, you have something there too. What's that?
It's a Noah lizard with his tail off.
Oh, wow.
Baby. It's green. Leave that. Good. Mommy will boil me.
Selah, so let's see how much you've learned over the year or so. So what plants in here that are growing right now, which of them can you name?
I can name the yarrow.
Yarrow.
I can name comfrey.
Comfrey right there.
And we have another type of yarrow. Excuse me, Micah.
Going right behind Micah.
Right here.
You're working hard, aren't you, dude?
I'm whipping that down.
So this right here is sedum. I just pulled some out. It reseeds itself every single year, and so you really have to thin it. I don't think it's edible or anything like that. I just like it, and I think it's pretty, and this one has some really great white flowers that the bumblebees really love. So it's always good to have, you know, bee attractions in your garden.
And that's one of the things that we are planning to expand on this year, is growing more flowers and things to attract bees. And we even have one beehive that your brother has up there, but we may even add a couple more beehives. We'll see how it goes, and eventually have honey. That's exciting to think about. But flower time. Are you stuck? You're like a robot, stuck in repeat mode. You're just working hard, aren't you? You are? You getting it? See, I'm getting it. It's going savage, beast mode.
This is where all of my loofahs were last year. And I'm gonna grow more this year too, and I found some that are extra long. I got seeds, so I'm gonna try and grow those too.
Quick, get the water right there. Pour some water right there. Don't burn the green out.
Well, I'm finished cleaning out my garden bed, and I must say it looks 100 times better than when we started. So between putting out fires that Mike started and cleaning out the garden bed, I think we're finally done for the day.
Not walking the dial.
So we just got finished burning the wood from the chicken tractor and burned it in that barrel right there. Still have that wood to burn, but we're gonna do that another time. Now it's time for the kids to enjoy their marshmallows here in the fire. And don't worry, we're not using any pressure treated wood to burn it. We're using just some old limbs that were around the homestead as we're cleaning up. How do you like those marshmallows, guys?
They're really good. When way good. But it took too long. Would you like to do it?
Why don't you stay? Stay, 'cause I could really use a friend. Stay, please stay, 'cause my heart really needs a man. Somewhere, somehow, I guess I lost it all. Stay, stay here with me.
Mom, that's my dick. I'm gonna stay my dick.
I want to
Make that one a little crispy there, Crispy Queen.
Hey, Joey Dream. Hey, no, wait for your turn. I'm gonna roast it.